Hello, my name is Bailey Ousley, and I play Chris Hargensen in McHi Theater and Choir's Carrie the Musical. Okay, so Chris is the it girl in school. She's a horrible bully, but she's lots of fun to the people that she's close with. She's also a huge party animal, so whenever she has the chance, she's partying and having the most fun that she possibly can with the people that's around her. So Chris really makes all of her relationships off of being really, really manipulative. So first off with Billy. Billy is so dumb, and Chris really takes advantage of that to make it work to benefit what she wants. And it's kind of the same thing with Sue. Like, Chris has always been the top dog, and Sue has just kind of been like a little puppy dog following her around. So whenever Chris needed something done or wanted something her way, she manipulated Billy and Sue to kind of get what she wanted. And with Carrie, I think that it's most likely that Chris was probably abused when she was younger. And I think Chris probably notices that similarity in Carrie, and that is why she is so brutal to Carrie, because it reminds Chris of her former self. Getting into Chris was challenging at first because there were a lot of things about her that I personally didn't really identify with, but it got easier after kind of going over like a very stereotypical like mean girl, and then adding quirks and, different little characteristics that really make Chris look like a human being and not just a role in a script. So the epitome of like all things evil I associate with the color red. So the eyeshadow was very red and with a strong eyeliner, and Claire did all of that. She did all of my eye makeup, and then my lips were super bright red, and then the shirt that I wore was a long sleeve red crop, and I think that was symbolic in a lot of ways because it kind of shows how Chris uses her sexuality in a way to get what she wants also and to continue manipulating. And then it also goes into the symbolism of the color red. So the rehearsal process was great. There was only one small little blip for me in the rehearsal process was with the chemistry with Billy, because our blocking took a lot away from that natural intimacy that was originally written into the script. So we kind of had to figure out a way to incorporate that kind of raunchy intimacy into the blocking that we had. And that was a little bit difficult, but we figured it out. The biggest challenge, though, with the whole process was probably the singing for me. While I was doing Carrie, I was also doing therapy sessions for my voice because we found out that I have excess scar tissue on my vocal cords that makes it kind of raspy. And that can cause some problems while I'm singing, and especially belting, which Chris does a lot. So that was one of the biggest challenges that I had to overcome within the process. But I definitely learned that singing doesn't necessarily make or break your character in a musical. Because if you have the energy and you have the passion for it, the audience can see that. And it's not the end of the world if your voice cracks, because there's more to your character than just the way you sound. So I started doing theater my sophomore year. I just did Lion King. That was the only show I did that year. And then after that, I left theater for my junior year, and then I came back my senior year. But I think had I have not taken that year off, I don't think I would have really ever been able to fully understand what it's like to tell somebody's story and be genuine in doing so. One of the big messages that Carrie taught me was that there's a cause and effect that makes a person into who they are, and telling that story or getting that point across is a really beautiful thing. And I don't think that I would have been able to do that successfully had I have not taken that year in between. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you took something away from seeing the world according to Chris.